I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by Dr. Jeremy Berg. Dr. Berg, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's get straight to it. The journey, you were at NIH and now moved back to University of Pittsburgh.
Correct.
So from NIH back into academia, how's that been?
Well, I left NIH because my wife had a great situation. It was a couple years ago, and my first year I was missing it terribly and sort of getting settled in. I now feel thoroughly grounded in Pittsburgh and love the institution, love the city, and love being back in the real world.
Now, a lot of people here obviously either get funding from NIH or are looking to get funding from NIH. You could probably help them out here. Kind of, how do you go about doing that?
Well, I think one of the things I'm proudest of when I was at NIH was I really worked hard to try to make NIH a lot more transparent. It tends to be a very bureaucratic-y, black boxy thing where important things happen but you never quite understood them. And when I was there, since I came from the outside, as I figured things out, I tried to share them with the community, saying, this is not a completely irrational process. The policy was really developed for good reasons, and here's what's going on. And that first through electronic newsletters and talks, and then a blog, really worked well for me, and I think the community really enjoyed it. Since I left, one of the people I got to know actually first through the blogosphere turned out to be at Pitt. So we just recently finished a book on how the NIH can help you get funded, which just literally has just come out, although I haven't even have a copy here. So they're having a book signing tomorrow. So it's fun to see this, and hopefully it will help demystify NIH, making it easier both for applicants but also for the NIH staff to do their jobs well.
Now, obviously one of the roles of NIH is funding, let's call it fundamental research, basic research, and it's very important for the scientific community that that job gets done. Do you think that kind of American taxpayers, the society per se, understands the importance of that work?
That's always a challenge. I think there's so many examples that you can point to where fundamental knowledge is really what drives translation, and that's sort of the buzzword. But as Elias Zerhouni, the former NIH director, used to say, you can't translate that which you don't understand. And even these days, now he's working in the pharmaceutical industry. The biggest barrier is that they don't understand the basic biology, and I think that continues to be. That message is still important, but the reality is that's how we're going to make progress on human health.
This time last year, we were all getting very excited about the sequester. Do you think that the sort of political temperature has cooled a little bit now on Capitol Hill? Well,
the last couple of weeks with the Budget Act that seems to be was passed by the House and is maybe working its way through the Senate, I think is definitely a step in the right direction. Having some semblance of stability for a couple of years will help. As I'm currently the president of the American Society for Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, and when I go to Capitol Hill, the conversations are basically, we really get it, NIH is really important for health, really important for the economy, but you have to understand we're completely dysfunctional in Congress. And we noticed, would you please fix that? So they seem to be finally taking a step to do that, and I'm cautiously optimistic that things are really going to improve.
One small step at a time.
One small step at a time, but the good thing is that I think they really do get it. Democrats, Republicans, all across the spectrum really understand how important research is and biomedical research is to the country.
Thank you very much, Steve, for talking to us. Really appreciate it. I know you're a busy conference, so thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.